how did you deal with that? Having to, obviously you had to make modifications to the models you learned from Firth, let's say. How did you...
Yeah, well, I wasn't, I don't think it was a question of making modifications of the models so much as, how can I say it, a kind of bricolage, a kind of all the ideas that you have from all the things you've been taught are kind of taught as packages. Mm-hmm. And then when you get to the field, somehow the packages have to be turned into a framework, mm-hmm. into a holistic thing. Mm-hmm. So kinship would be one element, but I wasn't studying kinship as such. Mm-hmm. I was just, in that sort of vague kind of way, interested in how come plans don't work. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so I can't now entirely remember the reasoning mm-hmm. that I went through, but I think it's that holistic thing which is what you need. And when you first get there, if you're not astute, and I guess I wasn't, I sort of, as I say, expected the kinship diagram to kind of work, and I could draw it in the sand and then everything would be clear. When you first get there, perhaps you're taking each of the chapters of your training and saying, okay, let me look at kinship, and now let me look at economics, and now let me look at... Because that's how monographs used to be written. One on religion, one on economics, one on politics, one on, So you would be carrying this baggage eagerly into the field. Mm-hmm. And then you get there, and there are people behaving all over the place, and they're not saying, well, now I'm doing something economic, or now I'm doing something political. Yeah. They're just living a life. And yet our job is somehow to make sense of this people behaving all over the place. Mm-hmm. You can't just say it's a mess, it's chaotic, I don't know, Mm-hmm. That sort of postmodern thing I'm not too keen on, actually. Mm-hmm. But I think that
you wouldn't consider yourself part of this postmodernist anthropologist group who are into deconstructing and...
Well, I maybe that's what I do, but it's certainly not how I would... I don't like to be narrowly defined, right. As I told you before.
Yes.
And I think to say... The Firth was very strong about that. He said that if we get to the point of saying that anybody's view is as good as anybody else's view, what argument do we have as a profession? You have to take some kind of... So I'm kind of a Popperian in the sense that I would want to say, this is what's interesting, this is my hypothesis about it, and now let me see whether it holds up.